Chairman Leach, honorable members of the House Judiciary Committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify today. My name is Dee Soule. For over 25 years, I've worked and lived in Texas as a certified medical coder, auditor, and compliance analyst. I've worked closely with physician practices on everything from setting charges to managing all facets of the revenue cycle process, and I now provide expert analysis in personal injury cases to assess the reasonableness of medical costs. I'm here today to testify in strong support of House Bill 4806, a vital step towards transparency, fairness, and protecting Texas consumers from exploitation and personal injury litigation. For insured Texans, laws already ensure transparency through the use of standardized billing codes, timely claims processing, and consistent reimbursement benchmarks. But when someone gets injured and calls a personal injury attorney, this transparency sometimes vanishes. Instead, victims are often pulled into a shadow system where charges are inflated, relationships are undisclosed, and medical billing is manipulated to support lawsuits, not patient care. When you have health insurance, state and federal rules force providers to submit clean, coded claims and to accept payment that is tied to reality. But if you're hurt in a car crash and your lawyer sends you to a personal injury doctor, all of those guardrails vanish. A small circle of providers and attorneys can inflate the sticker price 4, 6, even 10 times, then present those inflated bills to a jury as though they were undisputed truth. Those bills swell settlements, drive up premiums, and burden every Texas family with roughly $4,600 a year in hidden legal system costs. We've all heard about it. A simple doctor's office visit that would be reimbursed at $150 under Medicare or $225 under private insurance ends up in court as a $900 medical bill. That's 6 times Medicare's fair rate, and juries are expected to believe that's normal, but it's not. Healthcare charges shouldn't be a mystery. Medicare provides a transparent, evidence-based, and standardized benchmark that accounts for geographic differences. Medicare rates are not perfect, but they are consistent. Juries deserve to hear these numbers. They deserve the context to distinguish fair pricing from inflated claims. Let me share a few examples from my work over the last couple of years. An educated plaintiff prepaid for 2 CAT scans through MD-Save, an online marketplace that lets patients pay a single all-inclusive price upfront. He paid $284 per scan, $568 total, 4 days before his test. Although the provider had joined MD-Save and agreed to accept that amount as payment in full, they later signed an affidavit demanding its full sticker price of $8,043, which is 14 times higher than what they'd already agreed to accept. In another example, a spinal surgery center bought an implant for $1,100, then charged the patient $21,000, which amounts to 19-fold markup. And lastly, I spent 3 years uncovering a personal injury care network run by one individual. The plaintiff's lawyer sent the patient to that person's clinic, which steered them every step of the way: anesthesia, neuromonitoring, every business he controlled. The original quote for a single-level cervical fusion was $163,050 in 2023, but the final bill padded with above-market charges reached $527,000, a 3-time markup. This all occurred at a physician-owned hospital already facing serious financial and safety allegations. All these markup examples you heard were presented to the jury as the cost, but not the true cost. These aren't isolated cases. They're patterns built into a system that thrives on secrecy and distortion. Juries never get to hear that providers routinely accept 130 to 235% of Medicare at hospitals and 110 to 200% at doctors' offices. Instead, they see a sticker price that no one pays. The bill doesn't limit care. It doesn't cap damages. What it does is ensure fairness by allowing juries to consider reliable, fact-based data when evaluating medical claims. We can no longer let a lack of transparency inflate settlements, raise insurance premiums, and enable financial abuse of injured Texans. This bill is a common-sense solution that restores integrity to our justice system and protects customers from the hidden tax of lawsuit abuse. I believe our legal system should provide justice for victims, but the current system in Texas allows for the trial attorneys and medical providers to use victims as ATMs, and I believe that is unacceptable. Truly, I'm angry, and it needs to stop. House Bill 4806 is one step in the right direction. Let's give juries the full picture and give Texans the fair, transparent health care system they deserve. Thank you for your time and consideration.